In this video, I'll show you how to use Brevo's segmentation builder to target highly specific groups within your email list. So after extensively testing Brevo's segmentation tool, I'm genuinely impressed by its capabilities, and I've tested a lot of different email marketing tools' segmentation builders. So Brevo's segmentation builder stands out from other email marketing tools, offering an unmatched level of flexibility and customization, as you will see in a bit in this video. So if you're new to email marketing, you might not immediately see what makes this tool so special, but for seasoned email marketers, it's clear that this segmentation tool operates on a whole different level compared to most other email marketing tools. So to demonstrate Brevo's segmentation capabilities, I've created 3 segmentation examples, and in this video, I'll guide you step by step through building a Brevo segment and its possibilities. Do keep in mind that the segments I'm creating in this video are just an example, and the idea of it is to inspire you and showcase what's possible with Brevo's segmentation builder. So it's not necessarily a segment you should replicate for your business. You can, of course, but that's not the purpose of this video. The idea is to inspire you and to make sure you get a better understanding of what's possible with Brevo's segmentation tool. So if this is your first time on my YouTube channel, my name is Robin, and I'm currently making a Brevo course on YouTube for free. So this is one of the Brevo videos you'll find on my YouTube channel. So if you're new to Brevo and want to give it a try, please use my link. So this is my link, creatorrack.com/Brevo. And if you use that link, you can find that link in the description as well. If you use that link, you get free access to my Brevo University page. And the idea of the Brevo University I created is to help you kickstart your journey with Brevo. So I give you free access if you use my link. More info about this you can find in the description below. So let's get started. So the first segment I will create is to target customers who have made a purchase within the last 30 days, but only if they are located in specific regions and have also engaged with at least 3 marketing emails. So as you can see, it's a pretty complicated segment. So the reason you might want to create a detailed segment just like this is because it helps you focus on customers who are active and interested, making them more likely to respond well to your campaigns. And by choosing those who recently bought something, live in certain areas, and engage with your emails, you can create offers or messages inside your emails that fit their specific needs. And again, this is just an example, of course. So with the country, it can be anything you want, of course. So to create such a segment inside Brevo, you're first gonna click on contacts, and then you're gonna go to segments. And over here you can find segments you created in the past. I will now create a new segment by clicking on the button create a segment. So over here you can find template segments you can use. So for example, most engaged email subscribers. There are e-commerce templates. There's a demographic template, as you can see. But you can also create a segment from scratch, and that's what I'm gonna do in this video. So create segments from scratch. So now at the beginning, this segment includes all the contacts I have in this account. So that's a little more than 3,000 contacts, as you can see, because I haven't applied any filters yet. So the moment you apply filters, the number of contacts will go down. So the first filter we're gonna add is an e-commerce filter, because I want to find the customers, the people, the contacts that have purchased something in my store in the last 30 days. And if you don't see the e-commerce filter, so just like I have over here, it's likely because you haven't integrated your e-commerce platform with Brevo yet. So I have Shopify integrated with my Brevo account, which is why I see this e-commerce filter. Anyhow, I'm gonna click on e-commerce, and then I'm gonna click on place an order. And then as you can see, the default setting is placed an order at least one time in the last 6 months. And I'm gonna change that to in the last 1 month, so the last 30 days. And as you can see, the number of contacts in this segment already decreases to 62 contacts. So the next step is that we want to further refine this filter. or event as it is called in Brevo. And in my example, I want to find customers located in specific countries or regions. And in my example, I want to find the customers that are located in either the Netherlands or in Belgium. So I'm going to click on define this event, and I'm going to use the billing address country code. And I'm going to click here on the drop down, and I'm going to use the Netherlands and Belgium. And again, the number of contacts decreases a little bit again. So now we have 61 contacts. So next we want to add another filter to this segment because we're looking for contacts who have engaged with at least 3 of our emails. So I'm going to click on the and button to add another filter. And the reason I will not click on the or button because we want to see contacts who meet both conditions. So being part of the original segment we created over here, and we want them to have engaged at least with 3 of our emails. If I were to click on the or button, it would include contacts who meet either condition, which would mean it could show people who engage with 3 of our emails but aren't part of our original segment we created over here. So that's not what we want in this example. So I click on the and button, and then I'm gonna click on email, and I'm gonna scroll down, and I'm gonna use the email opened. So over here, I'm gonna use the email campaign. So I will not choose the transactional email. So email campaign, so marketing email, at least 3 times. And in our example, we aren't looking for a specific time frame. So we can use this drop down and we can say over all time. But as you can see, you can also select a specific time frame if you like. So again, the reason I'm creating these segments is to give you an idea of what you can do with the Brevo segmentation builder. So I'm gonna use the overall time. So as you can see, the number of contacts went down from 60 plus contacts to 0 contacts. And obviously that is not what we want if this was a real case, if this was a real scenario inside my business. We obviously need contacts in these segments, right? But again, this is just an example. So once you have your segment set up, it is very important to click on Save as a segment. So I'm gonna click on that. So I will name my segment example 1. And if you want, you can create a separate folder for this segment. Over here, create a new folder, but that's not what I'm gonna do in this video. So I'm just gonna click on Create. So we just created the segment. So now if you go back to segments, you'll find the segment you just created. So that is this segment over here, example 1. That is the segment we just created. So what can you do with that segment we just created? So one example is, so for example, I'm now in the email campaign section. So you can select that segment we just created. So if you go to recipients, you can select segments, my segments, and this is the segment we just created. And you can select that segment and send a newsletter to the selected contacts in that specific segment. So that is one example. Another example, so I'm now in the automation builder inside Brevo, and I've used the contact is in a segment as the trigger for this specific automation. If we click on this trigger, you can select the segment we just created. That is this segment. If we click on that, we can use this as the trigger for this automation. So whenever someone joins this segment, this automation will be triggered. And additionally, you can also edit the contact entry time over here to define the time at which Brevo should check the selected segment daily. And this is the time that it'll check daily. So you can tweak that over here. So let's take a look at another segment example. So I'll open this segment I created, example number 2. So for example, you can find the contacts in your list that haven't opened any email in, for example, the last 30 days. And there are a lot of options over here. So for example, between past dates, before a certain date, or overall time. But this is obviously a great way to find inactive contacts in your list. And you can add another segmentation criteria to this specific segment. So for example, you could use the placed order just like we did in the last segment. So you could say, I want to find the ones that placed an order at least twice in the last 12 months. So in this case, we would know that they are valuable to us because they have purchased something from our store, but for some reason they are not opening or they're not engaging with our emails in the last 90 days. So let's see what's going on here. So another example is that you could use the age if you have that criteria, if you have that data for your list. So for example, you could say it's between 25 and 45. And this just goes to show how flexible Brevo is in terms of its segmentation builder. So not that many email marketing tools offer such flexibility. So let's have a look at another example. So example number 3, Let's take a look at this. So for example, you could filter on the total spend. So let's say you want to find the ones that are spending more than the average order value inside your store. So those contacts are obviously of great value to you because they're spending more than the average customer in your store. And maybe you want to send them targeted emails because you know those are the customers that drive most of your business. And you can further refine that segment by adding something like this. So placed an order at least one time in the last 6 months, and then you can further refine it by adding product categories. So for example, maybe you're only looking for specific customers that bought something in specific categories inside your store. And then again, you can further refine it by adding another segment, something like this. We want to know that they are interested in, for example, a specific product or a specific category of products. So you're looking for the ones that have clicked on a link at least one time in the last 6 months, let's say. And then you can further refine that link by adding the exact link you're looking for. So again, these are just examples, and I hope this gives you some inspiration for your own business and shows you how you can use Brevo Segmentation Builder to find specific customers and send them targeted emails. If you need more examples or have specific requests, leave a comment down below and I'll consider those for future videos. Also, make sure to check out the free offer in the description of this video where you can get access to the Brevo University.